Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button right now. If you have not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button for your boy. Also, hit the notification button. When I post it, you get it. Like I said before, man, we're going to get to it like we always do. It's your host, F. Merritt. Canelo Alvarez. Undisputed 168-pound, former 175-pound champ. What can you say about him? Hall of Fame career. Fought everybody. Great fighter. He had a IBF mandatory and Scull. Unfortunately for Mr. Scull, he's not going to get his chance at a Canelo Alvarez payday. He was supposed to be scheduled to go to his first bid, I believe, June 6th or something like that. Well, news broke today that Canelo Alvarez will be vacating the IBF title. Now, let's be honest. Wasn't nobody checking for this fight. Nobody cared about this fight. You weren't excited about this fight. You were not going to order this fight. You weren't going to show up to this fight unless you were a Canelo fan. Scull, salute to him. No disrespect to him. Hey, you want your shot? I have no problem with that. Go get your shot. But you can't sit here and say, a lot of people can't sit here and say, oh, Benavidez hasn't done anything, or Edgar Berlanga hasn't done anything, or so-and-so hasn't done anything to get a Canelo fight, and then you see Canelo going to fight a guy in Scull. Not gonna happen, bro. And that's exactly what's not gonna happen. The fight's not gonna happen. Canelo Alvarez is gonna relinquish that IBF belt. And salute to the IBF for putting pressure on him. Listen, you got a mandatory. You either gonna fight the mandatory or you giving up that belt. This is not the first time the IBF has tried to take a belt from Canelo Alvarez. Okay, I believe it was the Derevchenko fight. And Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, they did something, and Canelo said he didn't agree to that, and he ended up getting stripped of the IBF title. So that is what that is. IBF does not play when it comes to their mandatories. We will come take this belt off of you, man. But guess what? Canelo Alvarez is no longer undisputed at 168 pounds. I have no problem with it. Listen, you became undisputed. You defended your undisputed belts. The only problem that I had was David Benavidez didn't get his shot. Okay, Edgar Berlanga looks like he's probably going to get his shot. Now, he's not going to get a shot at undisputed, like I just said. The IBF title is not going to be on the line, but I don't think Edgar Berlanga cares about that right now. He wants that money. He wants that payday. He's been all over social media begging Canelo Alvarez. He's done press conferences after his fight saying he wants the Canelo Alvarez fight. He's just under the impression that he has the Canelo Alvarez fight. And guess what? Mexico versus Puerto Rico? Come on, man. Come on. It doesn't get no better than that. Me personally, not saying Edgar Berlanga can't beat Canelo or doesn't stand a chance against Canelo. I think this fight needs to be built up a little bit more. I would have liked to see one more victory from Edgar Berlanga, and then that fight becomes even bigger for Canelo Berlanga. That's just me. You go in there, get another dude up out of there quick, talk your stuff, and then it kind of puts a lot more pressure on Canelo to take that fight. But so, like I said, salute to IBF, man. They don't play. They're not playing around. They're not wasting time. You're going to fight this person or you're giving up the belt. I wish other sanctioning bodies had and did exactly what the IBF did to Canelo Alvarez as far as putting pressure on him to fight everybody else, not picking and choosing this, that, and the third. And that's no knock to Canelo Alvarez. And that might not even be Canelo Alvarez. That might be his management team or whatever. Because Canelo Alvarez is a true warrior. He will fight anybody, and he can beat anybody. You may not like him, you may like him, but you're going to respect Canelo Alvarez, and that boy got skills. He can fight. He got hands. But as far as Scull, I mean, listen, the title's going to be vacant. Whoever, I wouldn't mind seeing you and Caleb Plant fight or whoever else, at 168, they want to go pick up that belt. We'll see what happens, man. But you're not getting that shot, unfortunately for you, sir. Fight for the title, get the title, defend your title. Try to continue to build on your name, and then maybe down the line you can get a Canelo fight, or maybe down the line you can get a Jaime Munguia, Caleb Plant, those type of dudes or whatever. We'll see what happens with that, man. We'll see what happens with that, because we'll see what happens with that. But as far as Canelo Alvarez is, I think that Edgar Berlanga fight's gonna happen, or we do the Terrence Bud Crawford fight at the end of the year, or you do a Jake Paul fight at the end of the year. Canelo wants that money. You're accomplished, undisputed. There's nothing, you're a walking Hall of Famer. You're a living legend. Let's go get this money. And you've been doing a good job of getting this money, so let's continue to build on it. Like I said, you got options. Terrence Crawford, Edgar Berlanga. You could do a Jake Paul maybe next year, next May, Cinco de Mayo weekend or whatever. But listen, you got options, sir. I don't know what weight you're going to do Jake Paul at, because he's about to fight Mike Tyson at like heavyweight. So if Jake Paul come back down, maybe come down to like 180, 175, something like that, catch weight or something like that, we can make that happen. But maybe we can do the Bivol rematch. Maybe you try to go up to 175 and take on a David Benavidez. Maybe you bring David Benavidez back down to 168. I don't know. Like, Canelo has options, but let's just continue to get this money. So it's like I said, salute to IBF for doing their job. Salute to Canelo. Salute to Scull. You're going to get your shot with somebody else, sir. Continue to build on your name, and then we revisit this conversation. Salute to Edgar Berlanga, man, because it's looking like you about to get this money, baby. But hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm out.